Impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close, I'm that shine of the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make him pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and
a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Now this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On play action, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, the Vikings had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games. First down, Irv Smith, the partner. It just feels like this is his year because you remember him as a second-rounder in 2019. He had to share the starting job at tight end in his first 2 seasons. After almost 700 yards and 7 touchdowns, the job is truly his here in Minnesota.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run the counter with Cook, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are on the very first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. First carry for DeAndre Swift. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Once again, it's Swift. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, Goff. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Gun, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. As long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook. And he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following a fumble recovery, gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Back to throw, gone. And open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your own line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing is Cousins. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now gone. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Cousins on first down.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now back to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So a good snap.
Down, just the way you used it.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hit out a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And you described trying to take their shot right there. Usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there is going to leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, Cousins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Cybert on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Lions 17, Vikings 10. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there and a catch and run. 62 yards. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well. They have to break at least one tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared Davis, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Joseph's got it. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-14. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Points, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now Goff on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. It's caught. Mitchell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's gone. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Goff.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Second and 10.
From the gun, here's Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Vikings 13. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get him with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense gets back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down. Go.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a give right side Swift. And he's got room. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw over. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see here. It's one of those plays you put right there. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry.
I can go ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him on the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking of future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Play action. It's gone. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Lions 31, Vikings 13. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Cousins. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked by Tracy Walker. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Running the slant, and he finds Mitchell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll be 1st down Lions.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is gone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And now it's blocked. This is good. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. 10. And all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's a second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they get into the ground at the Lions 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.